Welcome to Mount Pleasant, Michigan, home to the Central Michigan Chippewas. Looks as if we're going to have an outstanding crowd as we've got a great game in store for you. Today, two teams set to square off in a MAC slugfest. And the Chippewas will kick it away to start. He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't.
Turning it on! And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
It's a bang-bang play. You're running a slant. The DB's draped all over the wide receiver. He's got to make a contested catch, but he shows really strong hands on that one.
Gets it out fast. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. New set of downs after the completion. They'll go to the ground. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
I think sometimes offensively, you've got to have a bit more awareness of where you are in the field. You've got to feel yourself getting close to the boundary, and you got to settle down. That guy looked like he was a little bit out of control, and as a result, that throw took him out of bounds for no gain.
Now facing a 3rd and long. The play action fake. Unloads it left. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. And here comes the punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. So Central Michigan's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. The Chippewas line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Grabbed in the middle. It's Williamson. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to throw on 1st down. Incomplete, and man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll leave it with him. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a 1st down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him. And that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. No good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. On the option. Now the toss. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter.
Let's go. Break. Single.
We've reached the end of the 1st quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. Here's the heat. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Looking left. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Chippewas will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. They'll go back to work on offense. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. Looking downfield on 1st down. That's caught. It's Williamson. Flying down the right side. Running inside the 20. And no one is going to catch him. Cruises into the end zone for a touchdown.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, is because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Man, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Georgia has the lead right now, but they have not been able to separate themselves just yet between the hedges of Sanford Stadium. They are up by 7 over Arkansas. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Gives it on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Guys, let's chat about Central Michigan. Can be a little bit tricky to balance that high school recruiting, transfer portal recruiting for some of the non-traditional powers. But when they're grabbing linebackers like this guy, you know they're doing the right thing.
Absolutely, and there's nothing tricky about that, right? Like, recruiting high school players is essential. Transfer portal is good to supplement, but getting a guy like this that can run at the linebacker spot, it can upgrade your roster immediately.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Pulls it in. It's Williamson. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room.
Slants are very tough to cover, but they become way tougher when you got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost like basketball where he's boxing you out. He gets inside real quick, uses that big body to shield you off, and even if you're playing man-to-man, you just got to get him on the ground and try to disrupt him some way.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
We've seen really nice balance here on this drive. Quarterback's 3 for 3. He's picking this defense apart. They've also run the ball well, too, and here they are down close to the goal line. This defense has no idea what's coming next.
Snagged in the end zone. Velcro on the hands, and it's a touchdown.
And what a nice play call and nice execution. Play action, you're thinking run. Quarterback pulls it out, throws the football right behind those guys, and gets the touchdown.
Yeah, it was a nice job there by the quarterback, too, on the ball handling. He just froze the defense just long enough to help those wide receivers and targets get some separation in the end zone, and at that point, it was just an easy pitch and catch.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Dropping back, it's Flores. Here comes the heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Wide receiver comes in motion. This is a designed run. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. The Chippewas send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Mount Pleasant today, and welcome into the halftime update. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Kelly Shorts Stadium.
He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Central Michigan has it back. Let's see what the Chippewas can do on offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
On second down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to third down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the first down on second down. We don't need third downs.
Calls his own number. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This offense has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. They're already down 2 possessions. You know the pass has to come at some point, but they got to keep him clean. They can't get behind the sticks consistently. They've got to start to narrow this gap.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Off play action. Throwing right. And the missed connection on third down.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
That's a really good break on the football. He sees the ball come out, and he hits him right as he's catching it. Nice job of dislodging the football from the receiver. That's a good play by the defensive back.
They punted away on fourth down. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Central Michigan takes over, and we'll get another look at this offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
Let's get it, huh? Right.
Quarterback on the keeper. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
Pulls it in. It's Williams. Really nice job to get it past the sticks. Pick up the first down at the 30.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
And the Chippewas will snap it on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Power football with the run. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Let's go.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Flores. Grabbed behind the line, it's Temple. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got it behind the line, it's Townsend. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. The Chippewas will call on their punt team. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. The give to the back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll try to sneak it. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They go back to work with a 1st down in the final period of this one.
Let's go. Let's go.
Use the play fake, now to throw. That pass is incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Unleashes one. Wide open downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing them open.
They'll run play action. He's going to take off. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Looking to fire. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught for the touchdown. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Central Michigan has it back. Let's see what the Chippewas can do on offense. Off the RPO, complete. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. And the Chippewas in the hurry-up.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their hat on, so that moving forward, this offense has an identity.
So now it's 2nd and long. To the air, it's Flores. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The Chippewas come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Just keeps slinging it. Fires to the middle. He's got it. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. And the Chippewas are on the move.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. A 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fakes the grab, and he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it. He hurls one deep down the left side. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. From the gun, running back on the move. And he is greeted and knocked down in the backfield. A negative play for this offense.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. The punt team makes its way onto the... A little trickeration, looking to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And you can draw these up on paper all you want, but executing them is such a different level. It's different guys doing different things that you've asked them to do. And right there, misfire on the pass, and this defense now sets their offense up with good field position.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's picked off, and that's number 10. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams.